Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be quarterbacked, of course, by a two-time Super Bowl champion in his 18th NFL season. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And what a career we've seen from Ben Roethlisberger. Awfully consistent, tough, durable, strong in the pocket, great leader, a guy who stands in and throws it downfield, and has also added to his game the ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly and let his guys do work downfield.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets it up past the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll run with Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They're led by the NFL's MVP in 2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Mahomes now on first down. A quick slant to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 2. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A gain of 6 there on first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again is Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
We saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs, and they have to officiate block and charge.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw.
And here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Mahomes now on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. He'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Some extra space following the display of power.
Down just inside the 45. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Looking for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson.
DeMarcus Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, it's Harris. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Being chased out left. Caught. Kelsey, left side.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Roethlisberger's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now it's Roethlisberger. Claypool with another catch. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Again, it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Melvin Ingram just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. McLeod now on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Ben's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ben to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.